I'm Morgan.
And I'm Jake, and this is
Neverland Navigation Radio,
where we continue a foray into the Food and Wine Festival 2025.
Yeah, super exciting.
Yes, we've been covering, in the part 1 of this little series, we've been covering some new additions to the Food and Wine Festival menu, as well as discussing some of our recurring favorites at the festival. And now that festival season is in full swing, we are excited to dive into part 2 of our little culinary mini-series here.
Yeah, today we're going to continue to wrap up the food part of Food and Wine, and then I think we'll also be talking a little bit about the entertainment options that we love at Food and Wine.
Right.
Like we said last time, we love the kind of fall vibe of it all. And, you know, like it or not, it's pumpkin spice season, so here we are. This is Disney's version of a pumpkin spice latte, don't you think?
I do. This is definitely the most fall aesthetic we get, other than perhaps like a Mickey's Not So Scary situation.
Right. Where you're full in.
Right.
Which you could have done that a month ago.
Yes, you could have been sweating in your costume a month ago.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, we're looking forward to experiencing this for ourselves soon, but now that it is festival season, we're ready to dive in headfirst into the cozy vibes of it all and to try out some of these new things. If you didn't join us for last episode, you absolutely should, because that's when we went over the first half of what's new and returning to this year's Food and Wine Festival. But before we dive into part 2, we wanted to thank you so much for joining us for this episode. And if you wanted to help to support the show, boost us up the podcast ratings, and help us with some feedback, you can do that by leaving a review wherever you're listening to the podcast, and by subscribing to the show, whether on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, or wherever you've managed to find us.
Yes, and if you are thinking about taking a trip to Disney for the Food and Wine Festival, or taking any other kind of trip coming up, like a cruise or a Universal trip, anything, I am a free-to-you travel agent, and you should know that when you book your own Disney trip or cruise trip, you are paying the price of your personal travel agent's commission, whether you use a travel agent or not. So if you're not using a personal travel agent, then that money is just going back into that company. So you might as well take advantage of having somebody that will make phone calls for you and wait on hold for you and book reservations and answer questions and the whole nine. And then you're helping a small business. So if that's something that you're interested in talking to me about, you can email me at morgan@neverlandnavigation.com. And I will give you like my contact information, and we can talk about whatever trip you're thinking about. A lot of times I can find my clients a better deal than they can find themselves anyway. And in addition to all of that, you get free trip t-shirts from our 5-star Etsy shop if you let me book your trip.
Absolutely. I think
lots of perks.
Yeah, lots of perks. And I think after hearing this mouth-watering episode of the podcast, a lot of people are going to be hungry for food and wine.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to make the trip, then absolutely contact Morgan, and we'll help with the arrangements for your food and wine trip.
Totally.
Or other vacation.
Or whatever.
Yeah, so many
There's good food on all the trips I book.
Absolutely. That's like, in our opinion, that's half of the traveling fun.
At least. At least, I would say more than half of the traveling fun.
Yeah, that is something
It depends on which you do. But like on a cruise, oh my god, it's like 80% of what's getting me there.
I know. I love shows and entertainment, so like that gets me on board.
True.
But the food and the dining possibilities are like so exciting. Mm-hmm. Yes, well, speaking of food and dining possibilities, let's get into what you will possibly order when you're at Food and Wine. Last we discussed on the last installment of this little two-part series was the Italy booth and what they're doing to kind of reshape the menu over at that particular marketplace. And the next menu that we've got lined up is for Block and Hans, which is a location within the American Adventure Pavilion.
Yeah, and so this location is not like a traditional Food and Wine booth, but they do have something for Food and Wine that they also had last year, and that's a frozen chipotle pineapple lemonade. They have a non-alcoholic version and a alcoholic version. And it sounds very interesting. I have not had it yet.
No, me neither.
It has Minute Maid lemonade and chipotle pineapple syrup with a chili lime salt rim, which I love the spicy and sweet.
Yes, this is definitely giving mocktail vibes.
Yeah.
Where they're combining some interesting flavors together. Sounds like a dynamic little drink. I definitely would be interested in trying this because I really like when they go for a drink that's not sweet, sweet, sweet. This looks like it's got some complexity to it.
Right, especially with adding the spice. At least it's not just a normal flavored lemonade. I think it sounds really fun.
Yes, we love a mocktail, so we probably will be trying this.
Yeah. Next is Regal Eagle. They have something that it's just a slush though. I don't care to talk about this. Do you?
No.
It is new. Okay, it's new. It's a cherry lime slush, not mocktail-y.
Doesn't sound very exciting.
I'm not going out of my way.
No, I like the cherry lime combination, but there's nothing exciting about it.
Right. Are they going to beat Sonic?
No. Definitely not. And definitely not price-wise.
No, exactly.
They don't even have that good ice.
Yeah. This just isn't going to make the cut. We've got to have a pretty serious cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to make out of all of these things, this is not going to make it. So next is the Flavors of America menu.
Yes, we're still in the American Adventure Pavilion, and we've got a lot of new additions to this particular booth this year.
Exciting, I think.
I agree. A Gulf Coast-style seafood roll with warm water lobster, rock shrimp, lobster bisque, and sherry cream fresh on a toasted brioche bun.
I cannot wait to try this one. I also can't totally understand it, which is fun. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it sounds to me like they're doing like a lobster roll, but then incorporating shrimp also. But the lobster bisque, which is usually a soup, obviously.
Right.
I assume they're going to use the bisque as a sauce, and that sounds very fun.
I agree. It's like they're using,
yes,
a little messy perhaps. Don't wear your white shirt to Food and Wine. But yeah, using the bisque as like a topping, a sauce, sounds like a good little flavor contrast there.
Yeah, this will definitely be top of my cut.
Yum, yes.
The next new thing is a New England slider, which is slow braised beef pot roast with spicy. How do you pronounce this?
Giardiniera?
Okay.
Can't tell you.
Yeah, it is a common culinary word. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. I've seen it a lot. I haven't heard it.
Right.
Horseradish cream and crispy fried onions on potato roll. I am also wildly excited about this one.
Sounds good. Horseradish is a pretty divisive flavor, but I'm a fan, so I'll definitely try.
Especially when it's a cream, it's usually not too spicy.
Right, exactly.
This is very shocking for me that I'm so excited for the America booth.
I know.
Because usually I find it boring.
It's usually quite boring.
Yeah.
I believe sometimes it's like a fun hot dog or something.
We've had a fun lobster roll, but it wasn't...
That's what I thought New England slider was going to mean.
Yeah.
I assumed it to mean like some type of
Doesn't this sound great?
Yeah, this sounds really good. A beef pot roast situation sounds really
It also sounds
exciting.
Messy in a great way. Both of these do. So I am crazy excited for this. If it weren't so far in the back of World Showcase, I would say this will be the first booth I'm going to, but there's no way.
We're not going to make it.
We'd have to take the boat.
Yeah.
They
also have a returning freshly baked chocolate pudding cake with Kentucky bourbon caramel. And I will say, that does sound particularly American.
Yeah, it does. I don't know if I'll be doing that.
No.
Okay, so that's fun.
Yeah, sounds good.
While we're over there, what do you think about a funnel cake?
You know, I think this is like a fun flavor for a funnel cake.
This is so fun.
Yeah.
I would rather... Okay, I guess I don't know. I'm very familiar with Marionberries because I lived in the Northwest for a while. This is Huckleberry. I'm not as familiar, but in my brain, it's similar.
Yeah, perhaps.
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah. When I think of Huckleberry, I, for some reason...
Think of Tom Sawyer.
Well, yes, of course. Yes, I think of the Finn variety. But I also, for some reason my brain says boysenberry, like
Okay.
Knott's Berry Farm.
Well, boysenberry and Marionberry are very similar.
Right, so it must be in the family.
It's got to be in that family. I hope.
Okay, this is a huckleberry funnel cake. It's a funnel cake with huckleberry ice cream,
Okay.
whipped cream, chocolate sauce, blackberry brandy glaze, and powdered sugar. I never thought a funnel cake would be one of my more anticipated items from Food and Wine.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the chocolate.
Yeah, surprising.
And then I hope that it's not overly brandy flavored, but yeah, I definitely I'm down to try it. It
Yeah.
will be towards the top of my list. That's really exciting.
Yeah, it seems like a very interesting flavor combination, and I'm just hoping that the brandy,
Also messy.
yes, everything sounds
America,
messy.
we need a bib for America, please.
100%.
A lobster bib.
My
Thank you.
Muppet bib.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that the brandy cuts down on some of the sweetness.
That's true.
I'm just hoping it
can
adds
do
a
that.
little bit of a layer of something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, go America.
Yeah.
We're doing
Hey,
things over
and
here.
I have never yeah, like we said, it's usually pretty boring.
I know.
So,
Exciting for America.
yes.
Yes. All right, shall we move on to Japan?
Let's jump into Japan.
We've got new stuff.
Just a 20-hour flight away. Or a couple steps.
Or a couple, yes, or just a little walk around the world.
Yeah. All right. So we have a couple new things here. Beef Wagyu Don, which is a traditional Japanese rice bowl with American Wagyu beef blend over steamed white rice served with homemade pickles, shredded tagarashi pepper, and pickled ginger.
That sounds good to me.
It sounds good to me too. I will say in past years I keep trying things at Japan and I keep expecting it to be more flavorful than it winds up being. And I don't know why. I don't know why they are going easy on the flavor.
Yes, I think Disney tends to do that even at Food and Wine sometimes
Yeah.
for the unsuspecting tourist palate. However, I am hoping that there are some things going on in this particular dish, like this pepper and pickled ginger
Yeah.
situation, that really spice things up.
Yeah, agreed.
There's also an Osakana Karage. I'm going to assume that's how that's pronounced.
We're doing our best.
We're
you
doing
guys.
our best, you understand. Crispy fried pollock with spicy mayo and a sweet and creamy yuzu sauce. I love a sweet and creamy yuzu
I would
sauce.
try this. I know you're not as big of a seafood fan, but yeah.
I'll try a bite.
Yeah, great. We'll try it together.
Yes, there's also a teriyaki chicken bun returning from last year. I believe we've tried this and it was fine.
I would not get this again. Unless I heard that it's gotten particularly better.
You were not impressed.
The teriyaki was like cloyingly sweet, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then that doesn't it felt Americanized, you know what I mean?
Like it could be from the frozen food department.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not doing that.
Pretty disappointing.
Too many options.
New drinks, though, including a peachy mango boba, a crafted Calpico peach juice with mango popping boba. How fun.
Yeah, that is fun. Yeah, nice to have a non-alcoholic option. If you drink a Fuji apple IPA, sounds amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
A fun fruity IPA.
Yeah.
There's also some sake options, including a Sakepolitan cocktail, which is like cosmopolitan, but with sake. Fun. And then there's also a sparkling sake drink.
Good job.
Thank you. That you can also try. I think it's cool that they've got some sake coming to the menu, obviously. Something you might expect from a Japan booth at the Food and Wine Festival. So cool.
Yeah. Moving on to the Greece booth, they are pretty much sticking with what they've had in the past. I
Yes.
don't think they've added anything. If you love Greek food, this has been a pretty solid contender.
Right.
They've got some pretty basic stuff. So I'm gonna probably be trying the griddled cheese with pistachios and honey.
I knew you'd be into that.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I love a pistachio dessert, but like a grilled cheese with pistachio and honey also sounds very interesting.
Yeah. Can I tell you what I'm excited for?
Yeah.
It's a beverage. It's
Okay.
a Greek melon limeade. It's got... Oh, actually, I will not be trying this. I didn't realize it was a cocktail. But it's got... Anyway, if you're interested, it's got a particular spirit, a melon aperitif, pearl vodka and a lime sour mix. Sounds
Wow.
like an interesting mix of things.
Sounds strong.
Yes, I misread that to say Sprite. I thought
Oh.
this was going to be
Oh,
like
yeah.
a lemon limey type of, because limeade.
Yeah.
I was tricked by my own mind. But yeah, that sounds like an interesting combination of things. There's all kinds of, they have a lot of beverage options here
Yeah.
as well. So you can try that around. But yeah, I would be looking forward to that grilled cheese as well. That sounds good.
Yeah. Over at the Tangerine Cafe, which is of course not a booth, it's a always there. They've got some food and wine options. A couple are new. There's a Moroccan wrap with a tomato cucumber relish and garlic sauce served with warm Moroccan flatbread.
That sounds so good.
Sounds good. That's the only thing that's new this year. They've got this stuff. Well, there's also some drinks. Another apple chai hard cider actually that time. So that sounds good.
Yeah, a lot of apple going on this year.
Okay, so for Belgium,
Belgium.
nothing new.
Nothing new. Just classics.
The Belgian waffles are pretty good.
The Belgian waffles are what we've gotten in the past from this booth, and we do like them.
I will be trying, I can't remember if we tried this last year. I'll have to make a note this year. The beer braised beef, that actually sounds better to me. That's served with smoked Gouda and mashed potatoes.
The smoked Gouda mashed potatoes are actually the thing that I think I'm more excited about
Yeah.
between the beer braised beef and the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I
That
do
sounds
love a
good.
slow roasted beef though, and it does sound like that's what's happening here.
When it's that
kind of
tender-
comfort food. Yeah.
Yeah, marinated tender beef. Oh, that does sound scrumptious.
Yeah.
All right, on to Brazil.
Yes.
This location is between Morocco and France, and they have nothing new, but you can get some Brazilian cheese bread from this location, which is always kind of something that we see people walking around with quite a bit. And then there's the,
I wouldn't even try, but you go ahead.
feijoada,
Oh,
perhaps?
you know what? That sounded great.
Thank you.
Whether you're right or not, I like it.
Thanks, did my best. It's black beans with pork belly and Brazil nut pesto. It's got white rice with it as well. Yeah, nothing new here. I don't think I've ever tried anything from this pavilion. Maybe this year?
Maybe. I don't know.
Doesn't sound that exciting.
People love cheese bread, but I find it a little boring.
It can be a little boring. There's cheese bread, Brazilian cheese bread that I do like to get from
Skipper's
the
Canteen.
Skipper's Canteen in the Magic Kingdom. And I think part of the reason that I like it is because it's always a nice, hot, fresh
That's true.
bread. And they don't serve bread to you when you sit down at that restaurant. So I like to get it. It's got kind of a gooey kind of texture to it. Maybe not gooey. It's got like a... it's hard to describe.
It is
the
hard to
texture.
describe. Yeah.
It's like bouncy, the texture of it.
Bouncy is a really oddly good descriptor there.
It's hard to
yeah, because it's
characterize.
not at all like you took our mozzarella cheese and put it in bread.
No.
It's not stringy.
They've created their own thing.
It is
It's like
bouncy.
flubber.
Bouncy wildly works.
Yes.
I would actually try the other thing if we were going to try something. The combination of black beans and pork belly and a Brazilian nut pesto sounds really lovely.
Yes, Brazil nut pesto sounds great.
Yeah, so I would definitely give that a shot.
All right, let's move on to France. Ha ha ha.
This line is always insane, you guys.
This line is always insane. Instead of their past kind of take on escargot, they have instead introduced a new item, which is a trio of escargot that has croissant dough with a garlic parsley dip. How do you feel?
Well, so a long time ago, they did like actual escargot, which if you're familiar, is the snail and I don't know. Then they started baking it in bread over the past like decade, I feel like, and this sounds like that. I don't really understand. I don't understand where the trio comes in. Are you just telling me that there's three, or are they different?
A trio of escargot bites seems
like it would be three different flavors or three different ways of preparing it.
I think it's just three of them. I think
Really?
it literally might just be three of them, yeah.
Okay.
It would be more fun if it were three different flavors, but I do think
But then they would have to list it. Yeah.
Right, so I think it's just three of them.
I like escargot. I know that's a controversial, like, not in a, well, maybe in a, whether it's okay to like it or not, but more so in a lot of people think that's disgusting kind of way.
Yes.
I tried it before I knew what it was when I was a kid, so that's why I think I like it.
Are you listening, parents? That's a hack.
Yeah, that's a hack.
That's a hack.
Thanks to my Aunt Tura. My parents weren't actually thrilled about it.
Really?
It's expensive. It's an expensive thing to have a 5-year-old try or
Right.
whatever.
Now they'll be requesting it.
You're right. And then I
Yeah.
did.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
What a trap.
Yeah. She thought that was funny. It
is-
was funny.
It does sound funny.
Yeah. So I would definitely love to try this if we ever go and the line isn't like an hour long.
I
But
know.
that switchback line,
Hate it.
I hate it. And it's
Terrible.
usually still hot. We're talking about fall vibes.
In
but
the sun.
yes, it's directly in the sun. So maybe if we go and the line's not too long and the sun's not out or it's cooler, then I would do it.
Right.
There are 2 other new things though, so I will go ahead and move up the list, but I am not going to try to pronounce this. This is a special brioche with the 3 cheese Mornay filling, which is a mushroom.
Yum.
So the description is in English what the words are in French.
Right.
Like I can tell by knowing some of those words.
Okay.
So spiced brioche with a 3 cheese Mornay filling. Sounds very interesting. I love cheese. I love mushrooms, and it's bread. So
I love bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Love the carbs.
Yup.
Do you want to do the last? Oh, there's 4 new things.
Yeah, they're going wild.
Wow. Go ahead with pick your next adventure.
Ooh, I'll take the beef bourguignon, puree de pomme de terre, red wine braised short ribs with potato puree. Sounds good to me.
Beef bourguignon is one of my favorite French dishes in the whole world. It is like a fancy version of a pot roast.
Yeah.
A better,
Speaking
a fattier
of that, yeah.
version of a pot roast in a good way.
Tender beef.
With the one time that we had an unbelievably amazing Be Our Guest experience, which we've had a bad Be Our Guest experience also, so I'm always wary to recommend this restaurant because I had one really bad experience where it was like not good and I felt like I was way overcharged. And then was it your husband's birthday or something we went?
Maybe.
Something like that. And it was unbelievably good, and that's because they had beef bourguignon, but at the time it wasn't on the menu. They were just offering it as a special, and
Right.
It was so good. I still think about it.
Delicious.
So anyway, we're gonna have to deal with the line. Let's go at night.
I know, yeah. We might have to brave it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the last thing, which is a creme brulee with vanilla cream. It's a vanilla creme brulee. I'm sorry, vanilla creme brulee with blueberry lime compote.
Yum.
And again, the description is just in English. What the title is in French.
A blueberry
So-
lime compote.
Yeah, I love a creme brulee. I don't know about adding a sour component to it. That sounds a little odd to me.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm gonna try that.
I might give it a shot. I'll let you know if it's any good.
Okay, well I'll be with you. I'm gonna steal a bite.
All right, steal a bite.
Funny.
Yeah, it's just got it looks like the topping of the blueberry lime compote is very minimal. It looks like a very light topping of the creme brulee, so I don't think that would be too bad.
I wish these pictures were better.
Yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh my gosh, I don't actually get this picture.
It just looks like a little glaze on the top of the creme brulee.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Moving on to Canada. Canada is a fan favorite, and that's why they haven't added anything new as far as food goes. Cheddar and bacon soup is something I have been getting from Canada for as long as I can remember.
A classic.
Yeah, this is where you can get this cheddar and bacon soup outside of La Cellier.
Yes.
If you want to go to Canada and have this soup, and it's not Food and Wine or some other festival when they're serving this, then you have to go to that pretty expensive but good restaurant.
Yes.
This is so good that I got the recipe and learned how to make it. This is one of the reasons I bought my first Epcot cookbook. Yeah, and then there's a filet mignon with mushroom, mashed potatoes, featuring a boursin, garlic, and fine herb cheese.
Oh, yeah, like the cheese in the supermarket. Like
Yeah.
boursin.
We had this last year, and it sounds so good and so fancy, but it suffered from they made 1 billion of these at one time and it's kind of chewy for a filet mignon.
You don't really want to do that with a filet mignon.
I don't really want to eat a filet mignon on top of a trash can or with plasticware.
Yeah, it just doesn't translate well to the food and wine situation.
I love like a short rib situation like we were talking about in France, or we were also talking about it somewhere else, because it falls apart.
Right.
And you don't, but with a filet mignon, even though it should be tender enough that you don't need that knife, you do, because they made it for 1 billion people. And then you're like, plastic fork and knife, it doesn't feel right.
Yep, doesn't hit the same. They've got some new beverages though, so you can look forward to trying them if you're interested, including a new Pilsner that you can try. Although near Canada, we've got a Canadian favorite, which is at the refreshment port. Returning is going to be the braised beef poutine, which is French fries with braised beef, mushroom sauce, the garlic and fine herbs cheese from the last reading, and then cheese curds and gherkin relish.
Sounds amazing.
Heck yeah.
I would definitely do this. I don't know if it was this festival or a different festival, but they've done a poutine before where they put the cheddar bacon soup from Canada on there, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good.
That was so
But this one sounds really good too. It sounds almost like a classic poutine,
right?
But kind of plussed up a little.
Yes, plussed up, and maybe the addition of the braised beef sounds really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They've also got a new watermelon drink there if you're looking for something oak-aged.
Or a pumpkin spice mule.
Ooh, a pumpkin spice mule.
I love pumpkin spice stuff. It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that is funny. Pumpkin spice mule. That's wild. Speaking of interesting drinks, they've got something new at Shimmering Sips near Port of Entry. Oh gosh, featuring Pandora jewelry. It's a strawberry.
In what way?
I know, like in
what way is it featuring Pandora jewelry? Do I get a ring?
Mickey's proposing.
Yes. All right.
It's a strawberry champagne trifle. It's plant-based. That sounds kind of good.
Okay. I wish I could see this picture better. Okay, so the ring's at the bottom of this?
I have to assume.
It's like in a glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is hard for me to imagine. There's not a lot of information here about this.
It doesn't even look like champagne.
No, there's just champagne infused into this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It looks like
a champagne trifle. So the champagne is like...
It looks like there's strawberry sauce, and I'm sure that's not yogurt, but it looks like yogurt. You know, like a cream, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's champagne mixed in there.
So this is like a strawberries and cream with a splash of champagne type of vibe.
Featuring Pandora jewelry.
In some unknown capacity.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But okay.
How strange.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they've got some returning beverages
and Hawaii is also featuring Pandora jewelry. I can't wait to find out. Like, I'm sure it means nothing other than they put their name on it.
Sponsored by Pandora.
I know, but literally, featuring is such a weird word.
What are we talking about?
I don't...
So weird. All right. Hawaii's got nothing new.
Yeah.
But if you enjoyed the slow roasted pork slider, the Hawaiian rice bowl, or the pineapple cheesecake from years past, then you will be glad to know that they are all back on the menu again this time.
Yes. They also have a few drinks that are fun in a way, like the sunrise drink with the vodka, the Dole pineapple juice, and grenadine.
Yeah.
It's layered. It's pretty. Very Florida.
Absolutely.
If you're going to drink, yeah.
Yeah, that's
orange
Hawaii.
Mango Guava Hazy IPA. That sounds amazing.
Yum. Look at all these good options in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay, there's also a location known as Bramblewood Bites, and that's in the walkway between the World Showcase and the Imagination Pavilion. We've got some new items here, including a cast iron seared river trout, and that's got a vanilla butternut squash puree, a Brussels sprout salad, candied pecans, spiced pumpkin seeds, dried cranberries, and maple dressing, and that sounds like fall to me.
It sounds so fall.
Right.
Yeah, vanilla in a savory dish makes me nervous.
Yeah.
But I am willing to try this for the fall vibes.
Vanilla squash.
It sounds very northwest fall.
Yeah.
Because the trout, yeah.
It's giving Wilderness Lodge.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's that same vibe.
And then if you want a plant-based option, it looks like you basically the next thing on the menu, which it doesn't say new on this, sounds very similar, just without the trout.
Yes.
The description's basically the same, just no trout.
And this also has a pumpkin seed vinaigrette.
I actually might be more down for this.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll look at the trout and see.
Yeah.
Sometimes we eat fish.
Okay, there's also here a Bananas Foster Cream Ale.
Fascinating.
Fascinating.
I don't know.
I'm not drinking that, but good luck to y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. Bailey had tried a banana coffee thing from Gideon's one time, and I was like, banana, I don't know, but like it's very popular,
Right.
and Bailey loved it, so maybe, I don't know. Next is the Milled and Mold menu, which is also on the walkway between World Showcase and Imagination Pavilion. That's become kind of a hot spot for booths.
It feels
20
like-
years ago they didn't have booths there.
No, it was just a rose walk, which I enjoyed. But now they've definitely added. It feels like a little food truck vibe
It was
going on
a
over
burning rose walk. I always felt like these poor roses are like roasting out here. They're not meant for Florida heat.
there. Yeah, that is definitely the vibe. Speaking of fall flavors, they've got a butternut squash with ginger bisque.
That to me sounds amazing. I know you don't love soup. I'm gonna shove a bite of this in your mouth.
I'm gonna try this.
Okay, because it's got cinnamon cream, toasted pumpkin seeds, and pumpkin seed oil.
That sounds good.
Oh my gosh, it sounds so fall.
And you follow that up with an apple, cinnamon, and caramel mini churros sundae with vanilla bean gelato.
That sounds amazing.
Yum.
So fall. They're also bringing back a fall fruit cheesecake and a freshly baked carrot cake. This one probably wins the most fall menu.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No question. I didn't try this fall fruit cheesecake previously, but it sounds so good. It's got Boursin fig and balsamic cheese with pomegranates and candied pecans.
I think I did try this last year and it was good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we need to do that again.
Yeah, we absolutely do. I'm very excited for this one. And this one's at the front, so we actually could start there.
Ooh, delightful. Yeah, I definitely want to try this bisque. I definitely want to try this sundae. And yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm down for on this one.
Yeah. We'll have sweater weather vibes without actually being able to wear a sweater.
Yes, we'll imagine the sweaters. Because we just came from the Figment ride.
Yeah.
And then we'll walk on down to the Forest and Field booth, right in that same row of booths. And here we've got a brand new autumn chili. This is like autumn row.
This
one.
is.
Yeah. Root vegetables, plant-based cheddar, and plant-based sour cream in a bread bowl. So all the things you love about chili, but with impossibly plant-based ingredients.
Yeah, and I bet this is similar to a regular chili. Impossible brand does a really good job of simulating meat.
Agreed.
I don't love chili to begin with, so I don't know if I'm going to try this. I do.
Walt Disney just rolled over in his grave.
I know. It is so Disney and so autumn, like with the bread bowl.
Yeah.
So maybe. Certainly something I would try if somebody else got it. Pumpkin mascarpone ravioli is not new, but I got this last year. It was very good, very fall. It has a brown butter, vinaigrette, and pecorino, pomegranate seeds, and hazelnut praline. So fall. I love it.
Something funny about this list is that they denote items that contain cheese with a big cheese block. And I know that's probably for lactose and allergy.
No. I think it's for the Emil's thing that we're going to talk about in a minute.
Got it.
Yeah, because... we'll get to this in a minute, but you collect stamps.
But without that information, it just feels like, ooh, look, cheese.
Yeah.
Which is so silly.
Well.
The last thing that they have on this menu that's also new is a... when my brain saw this word, it said sciatica. Which is a type of nerve pain. But that's not what it is. It's in fact... Sciata?
I don't know.
Which is, by the way,
I
the
wish I could help
correct
you.
and formal pronunciation. I'm just kidding. With mortadella, prosciutto ham, sun-dried peppers, arugula, that cheese, fall squash mostrata, and pistachio pesto on a warm focaccia. That is what a tongue twister that was. The sandwich looks good in the picture. I would take a bite.
Yeah, okay. Huh. All right. Oh, they have some fun names for their beverages too. They have an All Hallows Treat chocolate peanut butter stout.
Okay,
wow.
They're going wild with these beers.
These beers, yeah, like Halloween candy beer. That's crazy.
What?
Yeah,
Cool.
I don't know.
It's like a Reese's peanut butter beer.
I can't. That's hard to imagine.
I completely agree.
So let's move on to Swirled Showcase.
Yeah, let's not think about it.
I think you guys know where this is because it's not a booth, but it's also in that walkway, but more towards the World Showcase side of it.
Yep.
And they have a liquid nitrogen frozen pumpkin cheesecake mousse, which sounds really good.
Wild. They love their liquid nitrogen over there.
They do. It's like a fan favorite kind of thing because people like watching it happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Smoking.
It's featuring Philadelphia cream cheese with candied pecans and maple caramel sauce.
Yum.
Yeah, sounds fun.
They've also got ice cream. If
Yeah.
you're interested.
And one of them is apple cinnamon, and one of them is salted caramel. So you could kind of do a fall thing with that too.
Yeah. And they're not done there. There's more weird beer. There's a strawberry Belgian white beer and a strawberry beer float, which is strawberry white beer and, you guessed it, vanilla soft serve.
What's happening?
We're losing it.
I
Huh?
don't understand.
Maybe they've used too much imagination.
They might have crossed a line.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could do this with a different kind of alcohol. I don't know why you do it with beer.
Beer and
Throw
ice
some champagne in there. A strawberry champagne float would be fun.
And it's just not the flavor that I would mix
No,
with beer.
hoppy and vanilla ice
I
cream.
know.
Weird.
Maybe if it were like a butterscotch ice cream, there maybe could be some type of like.
I don't know.
I think it's. I think this is tough.
If somebody out there loves this, I'd love for you to send us a message and tell us what the flavor profile is like. It's a very interesting. I mean,
Hop on the
I
pod.
could make us an in a beer float, but I don't really want to waste that.
I know. What are the odds that would be worth not just a waste of a beer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, this sounds delightful. In the American Adventure, Morgan, there's something that I think you're gonna love.
Oh my god!
Tell the people.
Butterscotch cookie cold brew. I don't normally like cold
I didn't
brew.
see the cold brew.
I'm gonna try it. I love
Give it
a
a
butterscotch
try.
cookie. I love butterscotch flavored stuff. Occasional, there is a like once in a blue moon, I'll like a cold brew.
Right.
It's usually not from Joffrey's.
Maybe this
So,
will win you over.
Maybe I will definitely be asking for extra of the cookie butter syrup and butterscotch syrup, so that might help. Maybe they can do it because they've got the syrups. Maybe they could.
It sounds
Maybe
like.
they can make me a latte.
Ooh, actually, yeah, maybe.
But if not, I'll give it a try. And if you like cold brew, these flavors sound amazing.
I was gonna say, even if not, it sounds like they've got so much delectably sweet stuff going on that it would really cut the cold brew.
Yeah.
Including a sea salt caramel toffee sauce. That
yeah.
sounds good.
Did we say we're on the Joffrey's part now?
Oh,
You know how there's multiple Joffreys around Epcot, so that's where we are right now. This is the American Adventure Joffrey's.
Yes, thank you.
Food and wine option.
yeah, good call.
Near Disney Traders, they have a fudge brownie cold brew, which is their food and wine option near Disney Traders.
Right.
Do you want to do the next one? Oh, fun.
Oh, sure. It's a creme brulee cold brew between the UK and Canada pavilions. It's got the...
Also sounds good.
I know. It's a French roast cold brew with creme caramel syrup tossed with whipped cream and caramel sauce. That does sound good.
And then near Guardians of the Galaxy, there's a Cosmic Rewind. That's what they're calling it. It's a churro latte. Here's the issue for me. I love Guardians. I don't see the connection.
Yeah.
It's not spacey enough.
Churro
If you're
latte.
going to say that it's Guardians, I don't get this. And also, when somebody tells you that they're giving you a churro latte or a churro cake or a churro cupcake, that just means cinnamon sugar.
Yeah. Well,
Just FYI.
yeah, dulce de leche sauce. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't stand out to me.
No, unfortunate.
Right.
They could have done a fun galaxy
Yes.
thing. Or a fun fall thing, and it had nothing to do with it.
Right.
Anyway.
They've got some kids picks this year. We're just going to go through these quickly because there's Only one new item, but in Belgium, they have a Belgian waffle with berry compote the kids will love. In Brazil, that Brazilian cheesy bread we were mentioning, they think would be good for kids.
I agree. That's why I don't normally get it, though, because it's kind of... I want a sauce with it.
That's what I love about it at Skipper's Canteen.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes with like a chimichurri
yeah.
that you dip it in.
Oh, yeah, and that's where the flavor comes from.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, good point.
Yes.
I wonder if it would say if it had a sauce here, right?
I think so. I think they're just serving it. Yeah.
Okay, but toddlers would love this.
That's true. Absolutely. The Brewing Lab, if your kid likes pickles, they've got a fried pickle spear. I feel like that's controversial. 'Cause kids sometimes hate pickles.
Yeah, you're right. But if it's coming from a Muppet...
Right. That really, yeah, I felt that. In Germany, there's a bratwurst on a pretzel roll with mustard.
Same could be said about this. Sometimes bratwurst and mustard are a little heavy flavor for a young child.
Right.
I don't know why they decided to do this, but anyway, go on.
That apple, cinnamon, and caramel mini churros sundae from Milled and Mold we mentioned earlier also makes this list because if your kid doesn't like ice cream, then they're not really a child. They're a 100-year-old person in a child's body.
So we read this because it's here and it's information that Disney put out that these are kids' picks, but I really kind of hate this, and I just want to say, get your kid what you know your kid would like. Or make them try something new. The movement today is to get kids to try new things and a large variety of things, and kids are eating what their parents are eating, not just chicken tenders. So that's great.
Agreed.
This
totally
is a great
agreed.
time and a great place to have your kid try some things that are maybe culturally different than what they're used to, and branch out and learn some new things. So I don't think I would be sticking to this list. I don't think this is awesome.
I completely agree 100%, and I think this is a very unadventurous list for children. That being said, I know kids can be picky eaters, so really, what you should take this as is, here's something that picky eaters will enjoy. Not just children, but anyone who's a particularly picky eater would probably like the things on this list.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
But people are picky in their own ways, too. It's just a weird thing for them to even bother with.
I know.
Especially with their whole Mickey check meals thing that they do at the restaurants now. Why did you only include unhealthy, bland items?
Agreed. And I think there's a way to do this. What did Morgan's aunt teach us? You trick your child into eating escargot. You tell them it's made of candy. They learn to enjoy it. And then you open up the palate.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, tell them years later what it was.
Yeah, tell them years... Yeah. They'll find out. And they'll thank you.
Yes, totally.
As time goes on. Yeah, that's a really good point. I'm glad you brought that up. Disney, maybe rethink that.
That was a silly thing to do, Disney. I'm just saying.
Yes.
But, I mean, parents are all different on how they feed their kids anyway, and kids are all different on what they're specific about, so I don't feel like we need to narrow... Okay, I'll get off my soapbox.
No, it is a point well taken. I definitely agree. All right. That being said, we do have other things at Food and Wine that we are looking forward to a bit that we're going to kind of quickly go over here, including the Eat to the Beat concert series, which we are always a big fan of. There's nothing better than grabbing some of your favorite treats from around the world and then enjoying a lovely concert at Epcot that is included with your park admission.
Yeah, there are some great bands coming this year. We are particularly excited for Bowling for Soup, who sing the Phineas and Ferb theme song.
Yes.
We are hoping to see John Stamos show up at the Beach Boys segment, but that's
cool would that be?
He was in the, if you listened to our episode about the history of the Grand Floridian, John Stamos played steel drums in the music video to the Kokomo music video song, yeah.
Yes.
And he does show up at their concerts sometimes and just play, and he loves Disney, so we're just kind of like crossing our fingers.
All of the stars are aligning for a John Stamos sighting. That would be great.
Yeah. Are there any other mentions you want to throw out there? You think just like overall? Overall, it's just fun.
Yeah. Overall, I do recommend it. Even just experiencing it.
It's free.
It's free, and it's a brief set.
Yeah.
It's not long. It's not a big time commitment, so I would get out there.
And if it's not your favorite band, you don't have to stand in line to get a seat. You can just kind of stand in the Epcot walkway and hear and see from far.
Right, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, we've done it both ways.
Yes, we
It
have.
depends on, whether there are some that we get to real early. Joey Fatone, I'm going to get there early and wait in line.
Because that one's particularly popular.
Yes.
And we're particularly interested.
And Bowling for Soup, same.
We'll get there early because, people love Phineas and Ferb and we're expecting that
I might
people will
actually
be...
do that with the Beach Boys, just out of respect.
Yeah, heck yeah. As you should. Yeah, I'm particularly excited for Bowling for Soup. Not only do we love the Phineas and Ferb soundtrack, but I've been a fan of theirs for years.
Yeah.
There's some other 2000s bands, not to call them 2000s bands, but bands that rose to prominence in the 2000s that I'm excited to see, including Newfound Glory, who you might know from their songs Head On Collision or My Friends Over You, and returning favorite Hoobastank, who you probably know from the song The Reason, or maybe Crawling in the Dark. And also, we've got a new addition to the lineup this year in pop singer Jordan Sparks, who you would recognize from her hits Battlefield and No Air. A solid lineup this year.
Solid, yeah. There are some headliners from a bunch of different decades of music, except for, the most recent one.
Yeah.
Right?
Right, yeah.
But I love that about this. You know what I mean? You
Right.
can go see the Beach Boys and then 2000s alternative, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Hanson doing Mbop. Or
Yeah.
they're doing this year, right?
Yes, and
Yeah.
Jordan Sparks. It's just a good variety, not only of decades, like you were saying, but
Yeah.
genres.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
We like so many of these different bands.
It's true. If you're someone with eclectic taste, then not only will you love the eclectic flavors of eating around the world in the Food and Wine Festival, but you'll also love the eclectic sounds of the Eat to the Beat concert series. There's also some very cute merch coming.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You want to talk about that for a minute?
The only one that there's like...
They do fun fall colors. I will say, I love that about the Food and Wine merch. It always gives me... Oh, is it this year? You've seen it, right?
Yes, there's some fun fall colors going on. A lot of wine red, a lot of like teal, a lot of like oranges and
Orange
browns.
goldenrod, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this year there's a lot of returning kind of favorite theme motifs, like Remy, Chef Remy's on some stuff, Chef Figment, Chef Mickey. They're all going to be making appearances in merchandise. But the things that I'm most excited about, which will be very predictable, is that there is new Muppet Flavor Lab merchandise coming, and the designs are very cute. It's all test tube and pipe based designs on very cute fall colors, so I'm ecstatic to get my hands on some Food and Wine merch this year. My first time in years getting new Food and Wine merch.
Yeah, very exciting. Very exciting.
Yes.
Another thing that all of the festivals have been doing recently is having some sort of a stamp book, which I had briefly mentioned earlier, where if you try something within the theme that they're doing and you get, in this case it's 5, it's probably usually 5 stamps, then you get a prize or an extra thing of food at the end. It says bring your festival passport to the Shimmering Sips Marketplace to receive a festival treat.
Oh.
They're not very specific right now about what that is.
Yeah.
I mean, the information's probably out there, but I haven't looked yet. I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
This is called Emil's Fromage Montage.
Cute.
So it's cheese-based for this one. For the last festival that we had, it was a plant-based thing.
Yeah.
That was the Flower and Garden Festival, which kind of makes sense for that to have been in the theme. And then usually for the Christmas one, it's called the Cookie Stroll.
Cute.
And it's different kinds of Christmas cookies, which is cute. So this one is based on cheese because food and wine and cheese. It just makes sense, and that's something that I'm looking forward to. I love cheese, and I will be trying a bunch of these. So
love cheese.
Yeah, I think that is what that cheese icon meant on the passports that we were talking about.
Yes, if you're following along on the Disney Food blog list of all of the things that will be coming to the menus at Food and Wine this year, then you will see that they have denoted which items are part of Emil's Fromage Montage, which, by the way, exceptionally cute name.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then adding to the Ratatouille theme that kind of has become an overall theme with the Food and Wine. They are doing the Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak again this year. That is a scavenger hunt where you have to buy a map. If you're a pass holder, you get a discount on that map.
Cool.
You just have to tell them you're a pass holder when you go to buy it. It's $11.99 plus tax, but you can go and find Remy in each of the countries around World Showcase, and then once you found him in all the places and marked off on the map, you get a free prize at the end, which is not worth $11.99, but it's worth a little bit, and it's a nice souvenir.
Sometimes it's been like a pencil pouch or like a jewelry little trinket box,
Yeah.
or a bracelet or something.
Yeah.
It's a cute little children's gift.
Yes. Cute children's gift, and this is intended for children, although we like to do it. It's fun. If you don't want to pay for the map, and you could always just go around and know that you're looking for Remy in each different spot, and it's a cute thing. It helps you to look around more, to look outside of what's just right in front of you.
Yeah, you end up wandering down some fun paths
Yeah.
in each of the World Showcase pavilions, and you may just notice some details that you've never laid eyes on before.
Yeah, we love that aspect of it. He's never really in, like, your sight line if you're just walking. You know what I mean? You've got to look up, you've got to look down, you have to look around corners and stuff like that. And I think it brings a new awareness to all of the Disney details, and that's why I love it.
I love it for the same exact reason. And I like to be surprised by what the reward is, even if it's silly.
Even if it's stupid.
Even if it's even if it makes you roll your eyes and laugh a little bit. I just think it's such a fun thing to like have a mystery prize.
Yeah.
How cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well that's pretty much what we're going to cover for this installment of the podcast. We hope you're looking forward to your visit to the Food and Wine Festival as much as we are, or perhaps you've already taken part and you're listening to a little recap of all of the fun flavors that you sampled. Either way, thank you so much for joining us, and if you would like to consume some more content from Neverland Navigation Co., you can do that by joining us on social media at TikTok and Instagram at Neverland Navco.
Yes, we also have an Etsy shop called Neverland Navigation on Etsy. You just type in Neverland Navigation and then hit that button that says find shops called or containing Neverland Navigation. I can't remember which word they use. That is where we do custom shirts and dish towels. So you don't see as much listed there. It's more of a send me a message and tell me what you like, and I will send you some ideas. But the prices are shown there. But that's also where you would get your free trip t-shirts for the whole family if you book a trip with me as your free travel advisor. To do that, you would just send me an email at morgan@neverlandnavigation.com. Yeah, that's it.
You know what the Neverland Navigation shop is like? It's like collaborating with a tattoo artist.
Yes.
Because you say, this is what I'm inspired by, these are some of my ideas, you mock up some samples, and then together you get this really great custom, piece of art.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. I had not thought about it that way. You're completely right, and I really like that analogy.
Yeah. It's a little collaboration.
Yeah, you can see some stuff on there, but we really enjoy the custom work.
Yeah.
We really enjoy it when somebody sends us a message and says, oh, my favorite character is this and my favorite ride is this. What can you do?
Yes, because that's a fun mix of, the collaboration of the art, but also you learn a little bit about people through that.
Yeah, you're having a conversation, and then you get something that's uniquely yours.
Yes, so you can be part of all of that custom magic at the Neverland Navigation Etsy shop. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're off to find all the different cheeses and the different Remy's. So we'll see you on our next adventure. Au revoir.